What's the greatest secret to giving a memorable, even inspiring speech? It's 12 seconds long. This one thing is 12 seconds long. This is the climax of your speech. Those 12 seconds are what your audience is going to remember. Those 12 seconds are a single, inspiring, memorable sentence delivered in the length of one long breath. Now, you'll see this in the most successful political speeches.
There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America.
You'll see it in Hollywood movie scenes, the speeches in Hollywood movie scenes.
Would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
These 12 seconds have to do several things. They have to reflect the speaker's character. They have to sound as if it's coming straight from her heart. Secondly, though, you ought to be able to put together words in such a way that people will remember them. And if you go to my book, Word Hero, or my other book, Thank You for Arguing, you will find some advice on how to do that through figures of speech and tropes. The third thing is that you ought to have some sort of cause or purpose for those 12 seconds, some sort of call to action of what you want people to do. So now you take those 12 seconds, you write them down, you make them perfect, and you memorize them. Then you can write out your speech, write a very short outline with maybe one word for every point you need to make or the story you want to tell. Memorize that, and then act as though someone's asked you a really interesting question and answer that in the length of your speech without reading it. This takes practice, I know, but it's an amazing technique that the best speech makers use. Okay, so those 12 seconds, I wrote them for this, and it goes something like this. What people walk away from inspired to do more and to better their lives lasts the length of a human breath, 12 seconds. The ancient Greeks called this inspiration. Now, what do I mean by that? The Greeks believed that human thoughts, the brain, was basically functioned through the rhythms of the rest of the body. So, for example, our basic rhythms come from the rhythms of the heartbeat. And they also thought that the length of the human breath was the length of a real thought or a memory. They also believed that the breath of an inspired person was inspiration, which is an act of breathing in the breath of the gods. So when the great orators and the great poets called on the muses would give them the breath of their breath, which would come out as great words that would come into people's brains and become a 12-second memory, in effect. So, write your 12 seconds, practice it, give great speeches, and then send them to me as YouTube links. I'd love to see them. Let me know if I can share them, and meanwhile, thank you for arguing.
No, this isn't an argument.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It's just contradiction.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It is not.